Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the Jupiter in Libra 2016-2017 transit. Well, anyway, Jupiter will enter Libra on September 9th, 2016, and will stay there until October 10th, 2017. I would anticipate that people will experience more love, more happiness in their relationships during this transit than usual. I think I would expect more marriages will occur during this 13-month period than an average 13-month period. Uh, More relationships in general. And there might be less divorces on average, and I think a lot of that could be attributed to the reconciliation ability of the zodiac sign Libra. Now, speaking of reconciliation, you might see an expansion, perhaps in peaceful reconciliations between countries. Perhaps foreign travel will become less treacherous and dangerous during this transit, and there may be a drop in terrorism that's connected with foreign travel, and it could be more auspicious and beneficial for foreign affairs. It would be miraculous if global peace occurred, so I wouldn't count on that during this transit. But you may have like relationships in general that might have presumably been seen as irreparable, may magically be mended during this time. I'm not saying for everybody, but for some people you may see this, and really that relate also. I think when you look at this, you have to consider that relationships that may be detrimental to others may be easier to eradicate it, and people might find themselves to have the ability to extricate themselves from negative relationships and move on to ones that are going to be more auspicious and more favorable for them. Now, I think also more people might be more open-minded in listening to others' philosophies and beliefs during this period than usual. Now, thing too is now what's interesting is that this Jupiter in Libra transit is going to coincide with my Jupiter return, and it will enter a Libra. What's interesting is that Jupiter will enter Libra like 2 days before the first Sunday of the NFL season. And maybe this will be fortuitous for me in terms of having greater accuracy in my NFL predictions and picks this coming season. Jupiter can be associated with sports. Libra is about balance. Maybe we'll see during the season, we'll see more competitive games in the NFL this season than usual. You'll have that Libra balance. You'll have balanced scoring perhaps, and you might have greater parity in the league. Jupiter can be associated with sports, Libra about balance. Now also, I think what's interesting too, during this transit, you might see more of a resurgence or expansions in movies and shows that incorporate humor and love. You might see more stronger intellectual sociability between with others during this period. There might be more of an emphasis on tact, diplomacy, refinement, compromise. You might find that a lot of people that you felt were intractable and intransigent previously, that they might be more apt to acquiesce to your wishes during this time than usual, as there may be a more of a greater need to do things for the other person, that you might be more relationship oriented in general during this time. Now, relationships can figure prominently in people's life schemes regardless of transits. However, it might be even more so than usual for someone, and even if you're somebody that's not the most gregarious or extroverted person in the world, someone like me that's very introverted might see a little surprise in terms of relationship expansion. And I think a misconception about this transit is that a lot of people might think, well, gee, Jupiter is transiting in Libra. That means I'm definitely gonna find my elusive love. I'm gonna find that significant other that I never had, and this will and this is automatically going to happen. Well, the thing about it is it could increase the chances a little bit marginally in order to do this, but you still have to go out and make the effort, I believe, in order to do this. Now, but at the same time, Jupiter in Libra can enhance those prospects a little bit for someone. Now, this is also this could really be a very strong period for just basically being more refined during this time, and you might see in the world collectively more of a greater interest in like art galleries, things that are pertaining to art in general. You might find more people become enamored with paintings, with drawings. You might see more people making creations that are connected with art during this time than ordinarily. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Jupiter, the Jupiter in Libra transit for 2016 and 2017. And anyway, two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.